Hi there, welcome back to the C&W Canada Garage Doors YouTube channel. My name is Trevor, and this is Chris Wilke.
I still am Chris Wilke.
Still Chris Wilke.
Hi everyone.
The man with the plan. He's the president and founder of C&W Canada Garage Doors. And today we are going to be talking about Garage Doors Edmonton, 6 things you can do to make your garage door quieter.
Yeah, no one likes a noisy garage door, Trevor.
No, nobody. It's really...
You don't, your neighbors don't, Australia doesn't, which can hear your garage door right now. That's really bad.
Yeah, no, nobody wants that. Nobody got any time for that. Okay, so we have a quote from John Ruskin: "Quality is never an accident. It is always the result of intelligent effort."
Love it.
Quality. Yeah. It's all about quality.
It's the C&W way.
Too strong.
Hashtag too strong. Hashtag too quality.
And we have a stat for you. When purchasing a home, 80% of home buyers factor in the garage when making their decision.
So true.
Realtors, people who are selling homes, think about that for a second.
40% of your curb reveal, people. 40%. You want to let that go to waste?
No, absolutely not. So we're going to tell you some things today. Chris is going to share with us some information on how we can make the garage door quieter, because nothing's more annoying than when you're trying to go out in the morning to work and the family's all sleeping, and then boom, you wake them up with the alarm clock called the garage door.
Especially our trades workers, our doctors, people that need to leave the house before 5 a.m. A lot of the times, and you're waking up the neighborhood, you're no one's best friend at that moment, my friends. Yeah. So let's make sure that that garage door is nice, quiet, and secure. And we're going to tell you how to do that with these top 8 ways to make that happen.
Awesome. Now, number 1 is your door aligned properly. So tell us a little bit about door alignment and how that can affect the noise of your garage door.
This is the first thing we train our new technicians. This is the first thing we ask them. What is the most important thing when it comes to your garage door? And that is balance. What's true on one side needs to be true on the other. And if that's not the case, your garage door is going to tilt to the direction where it's off, and it's going to start grinding against itself and the track and stuff, and it's going to lead to a very noisy garage door. So that's very important. Your garage door should be balanced and level, and your track should be level as well, because those two things are they're guides, but they're not actually attached to each other, so the door will drift one way or the other depending on how the track is aligned. So alignment is super important.
Awesome. Yeah. So making sure that gets done properly is very important. It's not something that you can probably do yourself, so you need to call someone like Chris.
Yes, there's very heavy and very dangerous things attached to your track and your door that could actually result in injury or death. So please have a technician come out if you suspect that your garage door is unaligned properly.
All right, so that moves us on to number 2. Are the door brackets properly braced?
So this happens a lot. What people don't realize is just because when your door is installed and those screws are screwed in, that's not the end of it. What happens when your door is in motion is, especially when you go through winter and summer, the threes and thaw, those screws can become loose and they need to be properly tightened. That's where our annual maintenance program comes in. So we want to make sure that those are nice and tight, so there's nothing falling off or nothing coming out or coming loose and then causing that metal against metal grinding noise that I was talking about earlier when we were talking about the door alignment. So it's super important to make sure your garage door is maintained, to keep that noise level down, and also keep your garage door safe, because that's the number 1 important thing for us too, is safety. We want to make sure your garage door is not going to fall apart.
Yeah, that would be a very bad day when only half the garage door comes up.
Yes.
That would really suck.
And trust me, I've seen it. There's pictures on my website of it. Check it out.
The half-open garage door. Yeah, it's like those doors they had in barns, where the top half open and the bottom. Yeah.
It's not a fun time for anyone, trust me.
Yeah. Okay, so the third way that we can make a garage door quieter is upgrading your rollers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right. So a lot of times, especially when we talk about builder grade garage doors, they're putting in the cheapest rollers that they possibly can, because they just want to pass warranty. That's all they care about. So C&W always installs with nylon 10 ball bearing rollers, which is very important because they're not as smooth, they're quiet, and you can even upgrade to our deluxe package, which comes with dust guards to make sure that there's no dust getting inside your rollers as well, which could also cause noise. So yeah, upgrading your rollers, huge part of it is making sure your garage door is nice and quiet.
Is there because I'm ignorant about garage doors, is there a type of roller that is non-serviceable? So basically it's sealed and lubricated, never has to be changed or lubricated.
Okay, so
is there something like that?
Every roller has a lifespan, but yeah, our top of the line 10 ball bearing dust shielded garage door rollers are the closest thing we got to what you just described. There is a shield that protects them against dust and dirt and grime. They're super strong and really and coated with really thick nylon to make sure that they're going to last the longest. But every roller has a lifespan. So they do need to be changed periodically. And that's where, the yearly inspection comes in, because we're going to check your rollers to make sure, oh no, these are good for another year, or okay, it's probably time to change these because this is going to cause some friction rather than cause some smoothness, which is what we were looking for with our garage doors.
Awesome. Yeah. I love that. The next question that we have for you, or the next thing that someone may want to do in order to make their garage door quieter is install a DC motor instead of an AC motor.
So I educated you on this earlier, but yeah, AC motor. The big myth was, oh, belt drive instead of chain drive. That's how we get the quietest motors. We do a belt drive instead of the chain drive, and that's been drilled into our heads since the 80s. Is we want the belt drive, but it's actually not true. It's the motor that's causing most of the noise. That is not the chain. That's the motor inside. The oscillating current motors, AC motors, are the motors we're all used to. But DC is a new technology that's coming out that requires less energy to use, are actually stronger than AC motors a lot of the time, and have 2-speed systems that start out slow, speed up, and then finally slow down when your garage door closes, which not only alleviates noise but also adds to the longevity of your garage doors. And they're pretty much the same price as a regular DC motor. So don't be duped by people saying, oh, you just need a belt drive. No, you need a DC motor. That's what you need if you want a quiet motor.
Yeah, DC. I because I was curious about it, and being electrical background, I was like, okay, so why would somebody use a DC motor, in their house? Because you'd have to, have an inverter and all that kind of stuff.
All inside the motor.
All inside the motor. They do all that, and because DC motors have higher torque, you can have variable speed, and they use less energy.
Exactly.
So
a lot of them also come with battery backups too. So if you have a power outage and you need to get into your garage, you can do that up to 10 times, which is really good for our rural clients.
Yeah, and people in California with the brownouts.
Exactly. Actually, it's funny. My dad's in this. You know this.
Yeah.
That's why he makes the California joke. Because my dad's actually in California, and it's actually law now that every motor must have a battery backup. So that's the way it goes. Hopefully that doesn't come to Canada, but if it does, you're prepared because you joined C&W.
That's right. Okay, so the fifth way that you can make your garage door quieter: properly lubricate your rollers.
Well, not just rollers, Trevor. Rollers, hinges, spring, anything that moves in the garage door needs proper lubrication. And you should be doing that either once or twice a year. I usually tell people before winter or after winter. But if you don't have time for that, again, C&W's yearly maintenance program is going to make sure you're covered, because we're going to lubricate your garage door, and that comes with every service.
Excellent. Yeah. That's really good. So another thing you can do, you kind of touched on it, we spoke about it a few times in some of our videos, yearly maintenance.
So this is the most important thing. I will drive this point home. Your garage door is the largest moving appliance in your house. It is often the most used appliance in your house, save maybe your furnace. But it is very important that appliance is maintained. So we offer a yearly maintenance program where you don't have to think about it. We send you an email, let you know when we come out. We'll service your garage door, and you're off the races. You're off not thinking about the door, and we're worrying about it for you. So yes, please maintain your garage door. If you're not hiring a professional, which you should, but if you're not, at least lubricate your door once a year. That is bare minimum.
Yeah. So Chris, now we've talked about some things that we've discussed in previous episodes. Now the biggest question I have is, what are some other things that people can do that we haven't covered yet that they can do in order to make their garage door much quieter? So again, lubrication is super key on that. Also making sure that your weather stop is nice and clean. That's the rubber seal outside your door, making sure that's nice and clean so it's not rubbing up against that and causing friction and damage. And again, making sure that your garage door is cleaned and power washed sometimes. Just all those little things. But the most important thing, and I will drive this point home: lubricate, lubricate, lubricate. That
that door moves at least twice a day, if not more, because people usually use it as their front door nowadays. So if you're not properly maintaining that, you're going to run into some serious issues.
Yeah, people are lazy and don't want to get the keys out or punch in the code to get into their house.
This is so much easier than this, right?
Push the button, toaster opens.
Yes.
We're ready to go.
Exactly.
People don't want to think about their garage door. They don't want to think about how noisy it is. I lived with a noisy garage door for many years.
I'm so sorry.
And I know I had no idea that there was a way we could fix that and make it better
Until
without spending thousands of dollars.
Until you called C&W, yeah. Okay.
So there was one other thing that I know we haven't talked about yet, side mount motors. Is that another
So that's a
key?
Brilliant question. Side mount motors are another really good way because you're taking that motor off the roof, which is usually sending vibrations to the room above, and you're putting it on the side of your door. So that alleviates virtually all of the noise that comes from those trolley-driven openers. Not only that, but they're also DC motors, so they're super quiet in their own right, and they come with battery backup and extra security features like an automated slide lock, so no one's trying to lift up your garage door and trying to break in. It is their Cadillac opener. It's super secure, super efficient. We love it.
It's not really made by Cadillac.
No,
but
it is
you get
not.
the point. Okay, Chris, so how can someone get in touch with you for a yearly maintenance plan?
All right, so you can call us at 780-266-1248. Visit our website, www.cwgarage.ca, or hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/C&W Canada Garage Doors. And yeah.
When your door's in trouble,
call C&W.